At 61, you cannot be dating how a 25-year-old would date. You cannot.
No.
Guys, here's another over 60-year-old woman coming to TikTok with her personal problem. I want you guys to pay attention to her demeanor and how she tell this story. Let me know if this is given 61 or if this is given 16. Like, honestly, it's sad to see, but we're having a conversation. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. And if you're rocking with the channel, hit the subscribe button. Let us take a listen.
Hi guys, I wasn't going to make this video, but then I thought, you know what, it might actually help someone. As you guys know, I just turned 61 and I haven't dated in years, so I decided to get on Bumble. Thought I'd give it a try. Someone matched with me. That's my type, which is rare, especially at my age. He's younger, of course. But anyway, we were chatting and then he asked that I want to talk on the phone. I was just like, sure. So I reached out to ask him if he was ready to talk, and he said I give you a call back. I'm getting my daughter. So I ain't think nothing of it. And later, you know, he reached out to me and we were talking, and I asked him, you know, how's it going on Bumble? You know what is your success rate or whatever. And then he kind of sighed and he said, you know what, he's went out on a couple of dates and he was a little frustrated because he said he told the women his situation, which is he has 2 teenage daughters. This guy is like 50, yeah. And he has a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old. And he said, you know, he took these ladies out, and after he spent money on them, you know, then they let him know it wasn't going to work for them. And so as I was listening to him, I could tell he was frustrated that he spent money on these ladies and then nothing was going to happen. And I said, you know what? I'm going to stop you right now. You're not going to have to spend any money on me. I have grandkids. I have my 2 oldest are twins. They're 19. And then I actually have a grandson that's 14. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's like, what? Your kids calling you daddy, what they gonna call me? You know, grandmama? So, So for you guys that are older and you have younger kids, ladies my age, in their 50s and 60s, we've been there and done that. We raised our kids with grandmamas. Grandmamas mean part-time, they don't mean full-time. And
I am so confused at this whole entire story because she started out and the guy was like, yeah, you know, he'd been on a couple dates with a woman, he spent money on her, and then it's not going nowhere. So what I have to do with you having kids, grown kids, like, how does that correlate? I'm a little confused with that story. Unless she's like, I'm gonna prevent him from spending money on me because I know it's not going nowhere, even though she's 61 on the dating market on Bumble. She is going to reject a 50, 60-year-old man because he got kids? What? Like, wow. Let her continue. Let her finish.
Like, you know what, that won't involve you. It has nothing to do with you. And my thing is, I did this in the past with a guy who had a younger kid, and I don't do that, but I went along with it. And I've been there and done that, so I know how teenagers are. We were going on a date. While we were out, he get a phone call. His kid got there to wherever he was going, but didn't have a ride home, which means our date ended. I'm not mad about it. I already been there. I've done that. That's what kids do. That's what teenagers do. But at my age, when I go out, I don't want any interruptions. I don't have to go pick up anybody. And so, and you know, a person would think it doesn't affect the new person. But if we were to get serious, it would affect us. And again, we've been there, done that. Not trying to do that anymore. I commend, you know, any guys that's active participant in his child's life. It's kind of difficult to get someone our age that want to do the little kid thing again. Hope it helps someone.
Okay, I think I get where she was going. It's just that the first part of her story was a little irrelevant, as you know, like She didn't have to say the experience of his experience on Bumble, because it kind of distracted from her point at hand, which was she been there, done that. She raised her kids, she raised her teenagers, and now they're adults. She don't want to have to worry about leaving the date to go pick up their child. Then we don't understand why men are choosing to not date single moms, because this is it exactly right here. Like, you have all the responsibility of raising a child, and a lot of men are like, I don't want to make that sacrifice unless it's my own seed. And we can't understand that. We get triggered, we call them insecure. We try to praise stepfathers for stepping up and taking care of a responsibility that he had no parts of creating. Like, we honestly can't see that part. Two things that stood out to me. She's titling this dating after 50. Ma'am, you 61. Stop changing the title. You 60. Change dating after 60. 60. And secondly, you can't be dating like a young person. You Bumble? Dating apps at 61? Seriously? Like, you cannot. She said she hasn't dated in a while. And I guess she didn't know, but hopefully if she come across this video, dating apps is not it. You are older now. You have to move like you're older. Don't the Bible say when I was younger, when I was childlike, I had childlike activities. Now I'm no longer a child, so I put away those childlike activity. Being on Bumble is not your age group. I'm pretty sure there are apps for older people. I'm pretty sure. I know on Bumble you can set the age range, but it's just the whole concept of dating apps. That's just, it doesn't give maturity. I mean, in the comment section, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. What are you guys' thoughts? But to me, to see a 61-year-old person on dating apps, it's a little cringe. And then not only that, you know, the obvious point to see a 61-year-old person on TikTok.
Red flag, when you know a red flag when you don't see it.
Telling a story that you did not even have to tell. Telling a story that's very irrelevant. But as always, y'all, we're going fast in the business, and we are going to take a look at what the comment section had to say. So one person said, yeah, dating now is awful. Another person said, I understand. I will not entertain a woman with kids under 16 years old. I don't have any kids, so I understand those women. He don't have any kids. He should not be entertaining a woman without kids with kids in general. But if that's why I say single moms, if you're gonna date, wait until your kids are adults. Like, bite the bullet and know, say, okay, these are the cards you have. These are the cards you chose, because you weren't necessarily dealt those cards unless, you know, your husband passed away. Then you couldn't control that. But you know, those are the cards you have. Date when your kids are older. Someone said, a friend of mine met a man, 67 years old, with a 2-year-old baby mama, 24 boy. She blocked him immediately. Yeah, 67 or 24. I can understand when men are older, or when people in general are older, they don't want to have to run around behind kids picking up this and no. And this is why I feel as though at her age group, she should be dating older. I made a previous video when a girl talking about she been friend zoned, the 40-year-old, circle the block. The guy who she friend zoned 20 years ago, circle the block, trying to see if she can, you know, get him, and he didn't want her. And I was saying, like, at 40, you need to date older, because at 61, she's trying to go for 56, where more than likely the 56-year-old is gonna have a teenager. More than likely, depending on what age you had kids, more than likely you're gonna have a teenager. Someone said, I know the feeling. I'm 61, widower. It's hard to find a good match, just to take life and make the best of it. What keeps me going is spending time with kinfolks out in the country, having cookouts and family gathering. Yeah, at a certain age, you just want to sit there and watch grass grow, like not chase after nobody's kids. This comment says, Bumble is like Tinder, hit it and quit it. And honestly, this is why I'm shocked that a big 61-year-old is on Bumble, because don't all dating apps have a stereotype of being like a hookup? Like, why would you even want to risk it in this big old age? But y'all let me know. Yeah, as I said, my biggest red flag to her is coming on TikTok with her story. It's like, these women don't grow up. And even how she told the story, because the first half of the story was irrelevant. Like, I was so confused. Like, the first half of the story explaining the man's experience on the dating app, it's like, and both him and her, like, why y'all on dating apps still? Go get a matchmaker. If you can't afford a matchmaker, like, like they're, I don't know, what are you guys' thoughts? To me, it's just cringe when I see people after a certain age trying to do things that young people do, like, you know, try to be on dating apps, being on TikToks, being on, even at my age, I think I'm way too old for TikTok, like and I am what, 30 years younger than her, so like but she's coming to TikTok with her business. All of this is a red flag, man. All of this is a red flag.
Red flag, when you know a red flag when you no see it.
Here's another one of her video.
What I want to make a video about, it's a question I've been had for a while. I actually asked my daughters about it. And it's about men, the way men are behaving right now. The aggression, the stalking. I mean, all these things that are happening right now. Do you think that's why God says it's not good for man to be alone? I'm serious though. I mean, the way that they're behaving. We don't know what he was doing in the garden, you know. So my question, seriously, I know that women balance them out. You know, women calm them down and whatever. So, and them not having access.
You know what? She probably bored. In one of her videos, she mentioned that she was married for 20 years and been divorced for 20 years. Her coming to TikTok, it's sad. It's sad, if anything. But I feel like you cannot be dating how a 25 at 61. You cannot be dating how a 25-year-old would date. You cannot. No. There are certain things that should just go without saying. Like, yeah, okay, you don't want a man with kids. You don't want a man with teenage kids. Go hire a matchmaker and tell them that. Not your TikTok page. Like, come on now. But guys, we continue to just highlight that even at 61, they do things like a 16-year-old. Even at 61, their mentality, their storytelling. Feminism.
Feminists. Lies.
This is a result of feminism. This is a result of not getting guidance from a masculine man, not being under anybody's leadership, and not submitting to anybody. So now you're running wild and free like chicken with their heads cut off, and you can't even tell a story straight. But listen, it's a public video on a public platform, giving my public opinion. Get triggered if you must, but I hope no one takes offense to this though. This is a learning opportunity. As I said, like, I think older women should go for men older than them, because men in their 40s, 50s are looking for younger women, you know. But that is just my 2 cents. That is just my point of view. Y'all go watch the next video that pop up on the screen. The lady who put the guy in the friend zone 20 years ago, and once she hit 40, she want to circle back around because she realized she does not have a lot of options. Absolute ghetto. Absolute ghetto. I will see you guys in the next one. Men,
Get to the chopper!
take care.